between Dispatched versus Swing or Be Swung. Like I say, thank you very much, people, for your patience. Hey, T-shirt, welcome back. All right. All right. Now, blue team are starting on defense. That Swing or Be Swung. Let's see who we're going to get banned. Defenders always banned first. Now, Thatcher or Maverick is going to be a good choice. Thatcher is going to get taken out of play, which is no huge surprise. I'd expect to see either Maverick taken out now or Jackal. Jackal has been a very popular ban this season. Let's see if we stick with that. Let's see if we stick with that or if it is going to be the Maverick. It is going to be Jackal. Okay. Jackal, not very popular this season. People want to roam. People want to roam. What are you going to do? What you're going to do when people want to roam. You're going to ban Jackal. That's what you're going to do. Alrighty. So who on defense? Now, I would expect to see a Kaid ban, I think. A Mirror is not a huge surprise either. But let's see if we are going to get the Kaid ban. Mirror, very good for basements. And pretty good for top floor. I mean, she isn't great for top floor, actually. I'm lying. She isn't that good for top floor. Basement is Mirror's place on this map. Valkyrie is going to get banned, which I did suspect. That isn't a surprise. Great intel operator. We're seeing her banned a hell of a lot in this season. And it's not a big surprise because she is really good. So, with those bans written down, we are ready to go. Again, thank you very much for the patience tonight. Sorry for the rushed setup and everything, but we've had a lot of stuff happening this evening, and I didn't want to keep the players waiting because we've caused them some trouble, and I don't want to take liberties. I don't want to be a pain in the butt for the teams or the players. I know I am anyway, but I don't want to be an extra pain in the butt. So apologies for the rush. I just want to get the game going and have this happen. So, Kids Dorms and Dorms Main Hall is going to be the first site to get played. For Dispatched, we've got Blanco, Avexi, Fuzz, Waller, and Haya. They are playing for Dispatched here tonight. We are going to get the 6th pick coming out from Haya. Forgot who was on before, but he is going to go on to Goyo, which is a very good operator to play and very, very popular. Thanks very much for the follow. Hidja. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's kind of like Todja, different. I don't know. I apologize if I've done you a disservice there by likening you to Todja. But you know, I get there eventually. Let's take a look at the setup. Now, I'd want to look at Valkyrie cams, but because there's no Valkyrie, we cannot do that. So that's absolutely fine. You know what? I'm going to be upfront with the stream today. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to tell you what I was going to tell you. It's not important. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If something happens, then I will talk. But let's just get on with the game. Now we have 3 players moving over from the street area. I suspect the other 2 are going to be coming from the other side of the map over here. Yeah, we do have V Keelan, also known as Numps. This is his new gamertag. Well, it's his changed gamertag, V Keelan. Kenzie TRW is the artist formerly known as Pixlo. Now, Foz is going to get the first pick onto that player that was moving in on his own, and that's unfortunate that it's the Nomad because she is obviously very, very useful. Her utility, a lot of people say she's not that good, and her utility, oh, you just shoot it out, it doesn't matter. Nah. You could argue you just shoot out signal jammers, you just shoot out ADS, you just shoot out magnets, you just shoot out Goyo shields. You know, you can shoot out everything. That's the point of the utility, is that it can be destroyed. So to say that it can just be shot out is kind of irrelevant. But with all my waffling, Waller has managed to take down one player. Haya has got one of his own, along with Foz having one as well. But Blitz is going to even things out a little bit as he takes down one of his own. But Waller's going to claim a second for himself. That's going to be Blitz, leaving Force Rocket all on his own. Kusik Sam is going to leave the game. Hopefully he'll come back in a moment. Just keep an eye on the chat to see if we're going to get a pause. If he, let's see if Force Rocket could just buy some time. Buy some time here before we need to have a pause before we get into the next round. No, he can't, as Foz is going to come downstairs. He's going to take out one drone. That flank drone clearly not giving enough intel, as Force didn't look the right way. So well played there to Foz. Picking off that last kill. Let's pause the game. Kusik Sam returns just in the nick of time. just in the nick of time. All right, let's unpause and get back to it. Laundry and supply room is going to be the second site. Dispatched cannot go back upstairs because they just won it. Foz and Waller getting 2 kills each, doing good for their team. Blitz and Kenzie doing their best to keep things going for their boys, but unsuccessfully. Let's see what kind of setup we will get downstairs. So standard rotates on elbow, getting opened up. Zavexi is going to set up a shield on elbow, so a pretty classic setup here. Foz putting down his signal jammers just to stop those drones from coming through. Waller reinforcing. Haya standing and chilling. Avexi opening up holes. Or just standing and chilling, or sitting and chilling. And Blanco putting up ADS is the baby blue. Thank you very much for the follow. Now, as the action phase does start, we have Blitz spawning on his own over at the street, and we have 4 players spawning over here on construction. Looks like we're going to get a heavy dirt and backstairs push, which is very, very standard for this site. It's what most teams do. And, Waller's going to go for it. He's going to fire as he backs out just in case the player pushes him. But he's getting doubled up on here as Ash, played by Kenzie's going to come through from the other side. A beautiful pinch there onto Waller, and he is going to fall to the hands of Horse Rocker's band of merry men, and possibly women. I don't know. I'm not going to question. But Horse Rocker's merry band of people. People is the right term to use, not men, but people. Interesting little spins there from Foz as Avexi falls again to the hand of Kenzie or Pixlow, but Blanco is going to get that refrag. 3 versus 4 as we have 2 minutes left on the clock. Now, drones are in place, giving intel to the attackers. Haya isn't going to take that drone out, though, but Blanco is going to get a refrag or a trade here and even things up as he does get into a gunfight with Q6 Sam, but Blanco's going to back out into Highway and hold angles onto Pillar. Now, Sam and Blitz going to stack up here on elbow. They've got a free take here. They're not going to be stopped from getting through here, other than by a couple of players with a couple of guns. One runs past, and Jaeger goes for that frag. But Haya's going to get taken down there by the F2 in the hands of Blitz. Blitz, what am I saying? Of Q6 Sam playing on the Twitch. But up above on the hatch, you've got to watch out for that. We've got Foz playing upstairs on that hatch with Blanco playing on site. Ping's going out to let his teammate know exactly where the pushes are coming from. If the player pushes through... Oh no! Free kill here. Oh! Blanco gets away with his life. Just he runs back. Gunfire goes out to give away a position, but the flank is coming out here from Horse Rocker as he comes round the other side, and he does take down Blanco, putting Foz in a 1 versus 2. Things looking good for SOBS right now, but Foz is a gunner. He's going to whip out the SMG, and he's going to take on these 2 players, but... Q6 Sam has already moved into an alternative position, and as Foz tries to swing round to win it for the boys and girls, the people, he does get fragged, and that's an evener there for swing or be swung. So, nice balanced game so far after the first 2 rounds. Laundry and supply room is going to be played yet again. It's not Todger, it's Tidgy with a Manc accent. Okay, fair enough. All right, Tidgy. I will try to remember that. I apologize if I forget. I'll be fine tonight, but if you come back into the stream in like a week's time, I'll probably have forgotten, in all honesty. I didn't mean to do your name dirty. I do apologize. Laundry and supply room, like I say, is going to be the next site to get played. Protect your bombs from oh, I hit the replays and I forgot to play them. There's FML. Let's just move these to one side. We'll cover them later. After we do the prediction panel. There is a vote at the top, so if you want to predict, then by all means do. I haven't voted, but I am going to vote. I'm going to put my vote. Oh, I can't vote because of my admin status. Okay, my owner status. F in the chat for me and the lack of ability to win my own channel points. I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't actually need my own channel. Yeah, I don't have my own channel points, so that would be why, I suppose. Yeah. Oh no, I've got infinite channel points. Yeah, pointless me gambling. Anyway, same setup coming out. I've waffled for long enough. Same setup. Shield laid back slightly with the ADS is protecting it. That's going to protect it from the 2 frags. But no doubt some stuns or something will come through in order to make that a little bit easier. Though Kusik Sam could just use his shock drone. He's going to be able to get that drone in, and he is going to take out all the utility along with the signal jammer. Doing great work there with the shock drone, and Haya not doing anything to deny it. Foz, though, is denying the entry from Kenzie playing on Ash, as he does fall to the headshot from Foz and the mighty MP5K. Nicely done to Mr. Foz. 5 versus 4 now, as Force Rocker starts to push his way in. But he's going to need to be backed up by his teammates. He's got 2 players down here in blue, and he is pushing solo onto these back stairs, along with Keelan, who is rappelling on T2. Looks like he's getting ready to make his way in. No, he's going to drone instead to get that intel for Force. But Force looks like he's about to get engaged in a gunfight with Fozza. Now, I would put my money onto Foz. No offense for Force, but well, take my money, because Force gets that pick. Nicely done to Mr. Force Rocker, as he does create an opening there for his team, and they start to push down the back stairs. Sam is going to be the man in front, putting his life on the line as the drones go ahead. Jaeger standing on pillar, which is very standard, and Blanco's going to get torn to shreds by the mighty Q6 Sam, as Waller does get that refrag. A nice magnet there to hold any grenades or chuckables that come down the staircase. Impact is going to go out. That's going to do some damage to Keelan, who's going to back up. Now, Waller knows there's a player in blue, and he's going to take him down as well. Keeps pushing onto that staircase. He's going to get Keelan too. That's the triple kill. He goes for the 4, but Force Rocker comes off best. But Force is left in a 1 versus 2. It's Force versus Avexi and Haya. He's got 1 playing on the shield who's going to back his way into sight, but he's not going to reinforce that wall, allowing Force to come up to the Kona station and get healed if he's able to push his way in far enough. We have the standard player just out here by Freezer, waiting for a push through. So if Force does go through it, he's likely to get torn apart here. Oh! But Haya just misses all the shots that he needs, and he leaves Force with 1 HP. Force can still make his way in, and he does get healed up as he makes his way round to the rotate. Not wound to the rotate. He's going to make his way round, and he is going to get the flank here onto the player in Highway, but Haya does come off better on that one. He gets the pick, and that is a round going in favor of Dispatched. That was a great round. I like that one. That was a good round. Well done, boys and girls. Well done. That sounded really patronizing. I didn't mean it that way. But that was just a good fun one to watch from both teams. Our guy Sam just fragging nuts. Well, Waller doing his fair share as well. As I watched the replays there. It was him, wasn't he? He was getting like the 3K. He was on for the 4. He was so close. Dorms is going to get played next. We are going to have a 6 pick from Oryx onto Goyo. 2 operators that I always confuse their names. I don't know why. Because they're very different names. And they're very different operators. But for some reason, I always call Goyo Oryx. It's really confusing for me. I have no idea why. Let's take a look at the setup we are going to get here. Haya, just chilling. I do like that suit. If I would wear that in real life. I would. I really would. Right, let's see what the setup is. We're going to have standard reinforcements here on Attic. No doubt standard 2 at the back. Standard 2 going up here onto Closet. Let's see how this one is going to play out, as this is a lovely close game so far. I think pretty much every round has come down to a 1v1 or a 1 versus 2. So both these teams very well matched right now. Okay, so Voxy confirms that there are no women playing for SOBS.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
Yo, 2, it was strategy. Blanco never makes a mistake. He did it on purpose. Yeah. I understand. Saving strats, just throwing his life away to save the strats and to fake out the enemy. That does make good sense. That does sound like a very Blanco play to me. That does sound like the Blanco that I know and adore. So yeah. Fair enough, T-shirt. Thank you for making me see the light. Right, Force is going to lose his drone to Foz, who loves playing on mute. He is a good mute player, it does seem. He's an absolute weapon with this shotgun and the SMG-11. He's going to rip that C4 as that window gets opened up, but the player's going to back out. He does get back, and he gets onto a drone. I don't think a C4 would kill him at this point. Force Rocker is going to drone out Foz here. So here we go. Drone is coming up. Foz hears it, doesn't know where he is, and he's going to look down to try to find it. I thought Foz had shotgun, but he doesn't. I'm guessing that Fozza has been spotted as Waller takes down Sam. Oh, but again, the mighty Force Rocker drops Fozza 2 rounds in a row. Well done, my guy, Force, as we are now in a 4 versus 4. Nomad makes her way in as Force has yet again made a big opening for his team. And he's now going to make another big opening for his team as he starts to work on this wall. Now, there's no utility on there that needs to be worried about. That can just get opened up. There's actually no one here holding it. There's no one in Swamp, no one in Attic. This Attic is a free take right now. Haya is here behind the shield, but he's not actively watching Swamp. He is going to move into position, though, as he gets a bit of a sniff of action over there with Kenzie downstairs, getting ready to make his way up Armory stairs to join his man Blitz, playing on the Ace. Utility on Closet Wall starts to get opened up, and Blitz is going to move into position to take control of Attic from that power play on Closet. As he does that, Waller does take down Kenzie, putting them in a 4 versus 3. The defense are looking good right now as Haya claims another, leaving Blitz and Keelan on their own in a 2 versus 4. Walls continue to open, barricades continue to open, people continue to drop as Wamai and one other fall at the same time. That's 2 quick kills there for the attackers, and they even things out, making it a 2 versus 2. Blanco and Avexi are left standing in this 2 versus 2. They've got Kona stations to keep themselves alive. Avexi holding here in the corner, watching onto Trophy Doorway. Blanco pushing up onto the attic, knowing a player's going to come that way. He is going to get droned out. But that is one bit of utility lost for the attack as they have no more intel. Blitz is watching the angle onto Dorms, and Keelan is getting that push ready. Plant starts to go down, air jab goes up, and all Keelan has to do is watch this side. C4 gets ripped, and that forces Blitz off of the plant. That could be the round-saving play there from Avexi. Plant is started again, air jab goes off. That knocks down 2 players, but the plant is continuing in a default spot by the foosball table. Oh no! Avexi comes round to try and claim the life of the planter, but just as the plant is finished, our guy manages to get off it just in the nick of time and take the win. Great round there for the attack. That was so close. That could have been anybody's round at that point. That could have been anybody's round. And it so looked like it was going to go Dispatch's way. Beautiful, beautiful. Just me, or is just watching fraggers swing dung stuff boring? Yeah, I like to see the glossy. I like to see the strategic plays. It does get boring just swinging stuff sometimes. A lot of the time, in fact. But, well, let's put it this way. I know people don't like the 20-second meta as we do go to Dorms next. Good call from T-shirt about swing or be swung, getting swung and losing the round. They got swung. That should be their new team name. Got swung. But I know people weren't a fan of the 20-second meta, but I think in the first couple of minutes, strategy plays, I love to see it. We want to see it. We want to see the strategic work, doubling up on things as a team, ganging up on players, really pinching, working together as a good unit. But when you get down to those 2 versus 2s, for example, I think then that's when swinging and those more aggressive plays have a position. Don't get me wrong, it can be intense watching 2 players in a 1 versus 1, for example, trying to work out where each other is and just not swinging each other. And when you get to a 1 versus 1, that's typically what happens. One player, the defender usually, will play very reserved, and the attacker will probably try a little bit harder to try and pin that player down and find that opening. But when you're in a 2 versus 2, I think it's a little bit more acceptable to just have the old swing everywhere and see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a Splinter Cell player, and in Splinter Cell, I hate the action sequences. In a game like this, I'm not so much a fan of the action, but it does get the heart pumping every now and then. C4 is going to get prepped here by Fozza. He does love these plays. I hope he doesn't toss it just yet, because Kusik Sam is nowhere near, and we would hate to see Foz toss off his C4 and waste it completely, as Kenzie does take down Waller. Fozza falls. He is not doing too well in the last few rounds, is our Fozza. Unfortunately, he did great in the first couple, but the last 2 hasn't been his day. Hasn't been his rounds. All right, so C4 up on the top of the wall does get shot out. Frag grenade falls over that hole in the top and moves higher back into position behind that shield. He is going to push it, but second grenade is going to cause him a little bit of trouble. It's going to peek onto the player, opening up that wall and back out into Kid's Dorms. I'd like to see him put up a reinforcement at this point to protect that rotate, because at this point you kind of have to almost give up Attic. Although Force is spending absolutely ages here on this attic wall along with Keelan. Sam's going to take a little bit of damage as he gets into a gunfight, rappelling up onto the roof. 5 versus 3. Things looking good right now for Swing or Be Swung. Higher gets taken out by Blitz, leaving us in the 2 versus 5. And now, if Swing or Be Swung don't win this round to go 3-2 up at the as we go into the last round of the first half, I would be very, very surprised and disappointed in them. Because to lose a 5 versus 2 at this stage is unforgivable. Anyway, Avexi holding back on sight, but Blanco claims 1. Avexi is the last man standing here. He hears the Kona stations going off. He's going to manage to knock down one of them, but he isn't going to get the kill finished. And Sam sitting there chilling, waiting, biding his time, is going to win the round for his team. Nicely done. Like I said, no big surprise there that SOBS managed to edge the lead on that one. Let's see if they can go for a 4-2 split at the end of the first half, or if it'll be evened out at a 3-3. Let's take a look at some stats for this map. I pulled them up at just the wrong time. I forgot the replays were still playing. There's the stats. Now, we are going to laundry and supply room. 55% attacker favored, 45% defender favored. The map overall, 52% attack, 48% defense. So you kind of expect the attackers to be doing better at this point in time, and that's exactly what they are doing. The attackers are on top, but only just. There's still plenty of time for the defense to turn things around. Now, Oz is going to stick with the mute. We're seeing Bandit come out, which we haven't really seen much of him tonight. Blanco's sticking with his Jaeger. Waller on the Thunderbird there, not a Betsy. And Higher going onto the smoke instead of the Goyo, which we have seen him on so often. Very nearly called him Oryx. I nearly did it again, stream. I nearly did it again. Great game that we're seeing here. Nice and close. Nice and close. All right. So Sam sends in that shock drone. He's going to find Fozzer, who's putting down that signal jammer, which again is just as easy to take out. In fact, that's easier to take out than the last one was, because the shock drone doesn't have to make his way as far into blue as it did before. So yeah, we got 2 players here stacked up on blue, waiting for any players pushing in. But it looks like we've got an adaptation here coming out from Swing or Be Swung, and this is what I love to see. I love to see teams mixing it up. I love to see teams mixing it up, and this is what we're getting. We don't see enough freezer takes coming out from teams in leagues, or ranks, or anything in fact. So it's nice to see boys and girls from Swing or Be Swung doing something a little bit different. They came through blue last time, they're going to come through freezer this time, and possibly down laundry as well, in fact, as we see Kusik Sam edging down that staircase. So we love to see it. Well, we got Foz roaming up on the first floor. Interesting for Mute to be on the roam, but he isn't too far from sight, so it's probably not too bad. The hatch is not reinforced, so Foz can use that as a quick drop if he wants to, but Kenzie is making his way up behind Foz. Foz has not turned around. He does not realize that there's a player here. Wally takes down Keelan with the C4, and as Kenzie runs away, Foz still has no clue. These 2 players were seconds away from a gunfight, and they just didn't realize it. Kenzie had a free kill lined up. Thank you for the follow, Malt X. As Kenzie does take down Wall. 4 versus 4. As the picks start to come in with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. Kenzie dropping that frag grenade in to take out any utility that happens to be there. Vexy has to fall back as Foz falls to Q6 Sam. Again, not doing great at the moment is our Foz. We need to see him stepping up a little bit and see round 1 and 2 Foz returning into action. 4 versus 2 yet again. And things are not looking good for Dispatch. And we are going to get the 4-2 split at the end of this half. As Higher has a lot of work to do. He's going to do a load of damage to Blitz. He's not going to finish the job, but he is going to take him out of play at least. Gas grenade is going to go out to slow down Kusik Sam, but he's made his way past that gas grenade, and he is going to keep pushing through. Shotgun gets pulled out. Plant is going down. It is successful. 100 points there for the planter as Higher claims the life of 1, but Blitz has been revived. 1 versus 3, post-plant situation, 37 seconds to go. 30 seconds to find 3 kills, 7 seconds to stick that diffuser. Let's see what he can pull off. Gas grenade to hold back that player in the freezer, but he can back out through that rotate, of course. But he's not going to. Force is just going to play it slow. This is Force Forces Wheelhouse, just hold back, wait, and pick up that player. Gunfire goes out, given the position we have higher, but Blitz is just laid there, waiting patiently, biding his time, and Swing will be swung. Take the first half with a 4-2 lead. Well done. Okay, so as the sides switch, we are going to see Laundry and Supply Room get played first from Swing or Be Swung as they switch over onto defense. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, because I know people like to see the scoreboard. Waller doing great work up there with 8 kills for his team. He's got double the kills of the next closest player. He had a great game last week as well. He topped out at 18 kills against Alpenfest. So he's only 10 away from equaling that. Will he manage it? That is the question. Are we going to see Waller get 18 kills or more on this map? Maybe that's a poll. Maybe it's a poll. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
10 seconds to insertion.
So, similar setup coming out here from the boys on SOBS. I like that. Throw the magnet up. Just knock the fan down. Let's get that second magnet play. Now, the problem... He was going to put a magnet down there, but the problem with that is that it would suck up a grenade and take out that signal jammer. The magnet would pick it up before the ADS, and if it was a frag grenade, then that signal jammer and that ADS, they go bye-bye. So, yeah, good choice to not put that magnet there. However, I think that magnet up the top could still take out that utility. So let's see what's going to happen here. Waller does have frag grenades, so let's see if he's going to just chuck them in or if he is going to wait until that utility has been soaked up by the player on... Oh, there is no Twitch player in this round. We've seen Twitch pretty much every round so far, but of course, as we switch sides here, Dispatched seemed to not be interested in bringing Twitch out to play. She has been left at home in her little French chateau and will not be coming out. Default Cam gets taken down there in the hallway as a Vexy starts to push his way onto the back stairs. I like that uniform. I like that uniform. I like white uniforms in this game. I think they look really cool. I like snow camos. It's just my kind of thing. Blanco wearing something very similar on Buck. It's what we love to see. Blitz has taken a load of damage in a gunfight from someone we don't know who, because no one on the defense, or the attack rather, has lost health. The Vexy does lose a little bit as he takes down Sam. Gas grenades are going to go out from Blitz as that pushes back these two players getting ready to push into blue. And that is Smoke's job. He's going to have to hold these two players back for as long as possible. We've got Kenzie at the bottom of the back stairs playing on Harry Potter as the flashbang goes out. Player on the back stairs doesn't know that he's there. And he's going to peek around and manage to down a Vexy. He's not finished off, but he is now. 3 versus 4. Fozza pushing his way here through the freezer. Kenzie gets that triple. Foz is going to go for 1 in the freezer, but he is going to be... Oh, I thought he was going to be unsuccessful, but he managed to prove me wrong. He does manage to eventually get that kill. Things are getting a little bit more balanced. Foz gets that quick kill from the Kona station, and this is the problem, of course, with the Kona stations. Instead of playing Doc, you can help the enemies just as much as you help yourself. Foz manages to pick off Force. Finally, Foz takes down Force Rocker, and Blitz is left all on his own in the 1 versus 2. He has no gas grenades left. He's got one player rotating around to come around to backstairs. Most likely, we've got Foz playing just down here in a highway. That's not known by Blitz. Here we go. Player coming to Laundry. Blitz knows it. He's waiting. He's watching. And he's going to kill him. That is diffuser drop, but the position is known. He has not many bullets left, but it doesn't matter. He's going to pick off Foz as Foz comes round slowly but surely to try and get that last kill to put one on the board for his team. But he is not successful, and that allows Swing or Be Swung to go up one more round, just 1 round away from match point. Great play there at the end. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, Dorms is going to get played next. Let's have some replays. Because why not? Hello, Proza. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Barry, as well. Welcome to you too. Kids Dorms is where we're going. No 6-picks. Teams are happy with who they are bringing. And I'm happy with it as well. They look like good good operations. This is a good lineup. Good lineup. Now, upstairs on dorms, will we see a standard setup or will we see something a little bit unusual? I'm expecting we'll see something fairly standard. We've got the rotate. Don't damage your boy Kusik Sam while he's putting down that utility. Force Rocker, you be careful, my guy. You be careful. Rotate is open. Reinforcements are going up. Now, we started out with a tremendously close game, and I was looking forward to seeing that be the tone of the whole game. But Swing or Be Swung have swung it around. Aha, let's see what I did there. Swing or Be Swung have swung it around and managed to put themselves into a very good lead. We need to see Dispatch really stepping it up. And how can they do that? I don't know. They need to win more gunfights and be a little bit more cautious, perhaps. I'd say that they've been pretty cautious, but they have been getting into some gunfights where things have been a little bit wild and they've just not come off better. But to be fair, we have seen some good pinches coming out from Swing or Be Swung and just playing a really good, cautious game. Swing or Be Swung are really kind of dictating the pace at the moment. Now, we got one player sitting here behind this wall. That's Force Rocker. Oh. Force Rocker is going to be exposed here. Oh no, he's got no way to get away. Utility is going to take down that shield, but they don't know Force is there. That drone is going to go in. Is it going to spot Force? That's the question. Yes, it does. He's going to have to run away, and Vexy is going to have a line of sight onto Force Rocker's feet. Now, if he can just sit there holding that position. Oh no, Force makes it away. Well played to Force Rocker there. He got himself into a bit of a pinch, literally, but he does manage to get away, at least with half of his life left. Now, with Thunderbird in play, of course, he's going to shoot down that Kona station and back out. That's an interesting play because no one is actually in Attic. He could have got away with that. He could have got away with waiting for a little bit longer. So an interesting choice. Thank you very much for the follow, Distinct R6. Very much appreciated as Keelan takes down higher, leaving us in the 4 versus 4. Things all even as Avexi is going to send that drone in to find out what's going on. We saw the Claymore there protecting Avexi from behind. However, I suspect he would still get killed if so. No, he'd be all right. He'd be all right. Yeah. So, nice Claymore protecting him there as Waller has made his way in following the intel from the drone. Reinforcement, has been put up here, so he's not going to be able to use the rotate to get into Kids. He does claim 1 life through that door of Attic, but he gets refragged pretty quickly by Mr. Sam. As Fozza is getting his own back onto Force Rock here. Cross giving the positioning away, does get picked off there by a Vexy. And then 2 quick kills coming out here from Swing or Be Swung. He got swung, but he didn't drop. And that puts Swing or Be Swung onto match point. Swing or Be Swung are doing great work right now. Great work. Distinct. Now I need to buy another Airbox and Xbox and come and play some controller leagues. Do we know your name, Distinct? Do we know who you are? Okay, you know Prosser. Yeah, no one asked Prosser. Didn't ask. No one cares, bro. Nah, GG's Prosser. GG's. I miss Prosser and his little Welsh accent. Prosser's a good lad. He's a good lad. Doesn't know when to stop talking sometimes, but he is a good lad. Prosser, maybe we should play PC sometime if you're on PC. Alright, so kitchen and dining. Sorry, I'm totally distracted. Totally distracted. As we go to kitchen and dining. So, laundry and supply and dawns both locked. Both locked. So kitchen and dining is going to be the play. Now, meeting room isn't seen quite as often as kitchen and dining, which is a shame because a lot of people will tell you that meeting room is more viable. I can't personally vouch for that because I've had so little opportunity to play both sites because you know how it is in ranked and unranked. You only ever play 2 sites on any map in ranked and unranked. No one ever wants to do anything different. because heaven forbid you lose an unranked game by trying something new. So yeah, rarely get to play these sites or you know, a fair balance between the two. So yeah. Let's take a look at the win record for these two teams quickly. Both these teams won their games last week. Dispatched and SOBS both taking the win, which is why they are playing against each other today. So one of these two teams is going to experience their first loss in this league this season. And at the moment, you know, we got to say it's looking like it's going to be Dispatched unless they can turn it around. Sam is not helping Dispatch to turn it around as he does claim the life of one, but he does get quickly traded out by Waller. Now, 4 versus 4 as we are getting a push in here through meeting. It's going to be a standard take in the wall here to plant up behind the box, but Signal Jammer's going to stop that. Selma easily taken out from the drone hold. Lovely play. Keelan playing here. Oh, I need to get to Keelan because they have no idea he is here. He could come in clutch. Those drones going past him, they don't know. Here we go. Maverick is a free pick. That's one. Flores drone is going to threaten the life of Keelan, but he's going to back out. He is now going to get pressure applied to him on Zulu as he continues to try to hold these players back. Flores takes a whole load of gunfire. He isn't going to get killed just yet. 3 versus 3 as one more player does drop. That's it. That's a Vexy down. Great work being done by Keelan. I realize how many times I said bye there as Blanco falls. And this is looking like it's it. This is looking like it's it. Haya is the last man standing. He's got a lot of work to do. He's going to finish off Keelan here and claim 1 life to pad those stats. But can he get any more? He needs 2 kills here to win this round to keep Dispatched in this fight. But I just don't know that he can do it. I just don't know. No disrespect to him, but this is a big ask. Diffuser in the wind, in the sight. 50 seconds to go. Force Rocker with the FO12 playing up close on this doorway. Blitz holding back in the sight here. Haya coming around. He knows that someone might be there. Force Rocker is going to spin around, and with 1 pump of his gun, he is Force, the 1 pump champ. Oh no, that was 2 pumps. The 2 pump champ, Force Rocker. Well played. Well played.
Swing or be swung. Wins. 7-2.
Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone there with with my headset. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. All right, so we finish up with a 7-2 to